see Charlotte's here, and I'm going to hold this a little closer so I can read it. Oh, lots of people here. Rune's back. Okay. So if I put it there, we can see everyone. I made Rune cook. Charlotte says, hello from cold Gudvangen. Garcia's here. It's getting colder in Holland as well. Oh, it was what, like 0 today? There we go. Winter is coming. Longing for springtime and summer. No, I actually like the winter. Do you like the winter? Yeah.
If we have a normal winter with not the wet.
I saw a thing that said 3 years ago, on this day or whatever, 3 years ago, and there was snow.
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, Charlotte's with me. She says I don't because I get hot and angry. I know the feeling. I get crabby. Not a lot of Nalbinding done. Very busy at work, says Garcia. I know what you mean. I didn't do one single stitch yesterday, but I did have a productive like Thursday. Yeah, anyway, maybe it was Wednesday was good. Let's see. Kiwi's here as well. Hello. Garcia got vaccinated against COVID and flu.
Oh.
That one's sick.
Yeah.
Is it the COVID? Is it the corona?
No. It's just ordinary flu.
You have this nasally sounding voice now.
Yeah.
You'll survive?
Yeah.
So far you haven't spread it to either one of us, which is what happened last time. Who got sick and No, I did.
Yeah.
No, first Greg got sick and then he spread it to everybody, but I didn't get it. And then I got sick and I spread it to Karl and you, I think.
I don't think I got
No, you got it from Greg.
No, I don't think I got sick at all. Did I?
Yeah, you have one.
No, early in the season, both of us got sick without anybody else getting sick.
Yeah.
So we thought you licked the door handle or something and it cold.
Yeah.
Because you're smokers.
Because it's a door that only the Freeman and the two of us uses.
Yeah.
So I was thinking that one of the walking petri dishes that we call Freeman probably had licked the doorknob.
And you two were stupid enough to hold the door handle and then go...
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Yeah. There you go. Don't smoke. It'll kill you in more ways than one.
Yeah.
Nell's here as well. She says it's very gloomy here. Hopefully the snow will fall soon. It's snowing here, but not on the ground. It's a Santa Claus. Is it Gandalf? No, it's Karl. He's dressed for the winter too.
Yeah.
You took off your Viking clothes. He was Viking just a little bit ago. Who else am I missing here? Prude is here. She says we briefly had snow this week. That's in Russia, but it was gone by lunchtime. Heidi Lyseth is here. Hej alla, hej min kära bror. Bra med dig?
Ja, det är bra.
Yeah. And then Ashley's here. Good morning, everyone. I just finished warping my loom while people are effective. And Susan Youngman is here. Our fourth item of stash bust. Okay, I'll do a little stash bust for a second. Gloomy here too. Okay, I didn't do a stitch the last 2 days, I don't think. But I got pretty far. You want to see?
Oh.
But we have to see what this is. Okay.
Is it a carpet?
Just for that, you get to try it on. Okay, no, it's going to be a capelet or a shawl.
Oh, okay.
Lean forward. So it's almost done.
It looks like those fillerier I see around, but...
It is not a fillery,
No, okay.
which is a rag rug. There you go.
Nice.
What do you think? Is he looking Christmassy? That's kind of the goal here. But I haven't figured out what I'll do to the edges. But it needs to go a little bit longer so it can fold over and button up and you can look like Claire from Outlander. But
Who
Christmassier.
is that? I don't...
Oh, you guys are in the... It's not Viking, that's probably why. So if I can turn this way again.
It's all about these loose ends.
I have to weave them in, yeah, no, this is going to take forever.
They're not supposed
I left
to
them on
stay
because I thought maybe I wanted to do fringe. But I don't think I like it with fringe, so I think it'll get... I think I'll leave the ends the way they are, but tie them in so there doesn't have a border either. So there's my stash busting. I still have a crap load more to go. But I was thinking I saw I was starting to run out of the red yarn, the skinny one. It turns out I have probably enough. I got further than I thought. So there you go.
It's nice color combination.
Yeah, it's...
they all fit together, kind of.
Oh, good, I'm glad you say that. Because I wasn't sure. I grabbed all the Christmassy colors I had.
Yeah.
Well, purple was just to complement it, but because I have to do Maria's advent calendar, we write patterns for her. advent calendar every year for needle binding, and I thought I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So this pattern will be on her needle binding advent calendar, Nalbinding advent calendar, julekländer. Ta-da. Okay, that's my needle binding for today, because we are getting, look what we did here. We bought every weird shit they had in the store. Oh, they say it looks great. So, Rune and Karl, you're the Norwegians. Do you want to tell us what this stuff is? What did we... Oh, there's even more down there. Look at that.
Well, it's a lot of different things here. Much of it is based on herring.
Yeah?
And if there is a weird thing that is possible to do with herring, some Norwegian person has already done it, and it's a product you can buy in the store.
Okay. So, we can show what we have. We have Kryddersildfilet. How do you say that in proper Norwegian?
Kryddersildfilet.
Do you agree with him in your dialect in the north? And what is it? It actually means spice sild.
Spiced
fillet?
herring fillet.
Spiced herring fillet, yeah. And then we're stuck with the fish theme. We got Peppermakrell. What is that?
It's, I suppose it's smoked mackerel with pepper.
I wonder if I got the smoked kind.
Yeah,
But it says it's a fillet with a very high content of omega-3.
Yeah, but normally it's always smoked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all fat fish has a high content of omega-3, so...
Yeah. So there you go. We're going to try that. Then we went off. No, we got more fish.
Yeah.
Because Rune came here and he knows... this is stuff I haven't eaten before. The peppermakrell, yeah. But mackerel, that's the name of that fish. Sursild, which I'm pretty sure I don't like. What is that?
It
sour
says,
herring.
Yeah. It says sour herring, but I don't think it's sour at all. But
No. It's got peppercorns in it?
yeah, peppercorns and onion and other spices.
Nutmeg, marjoram, coriander, pepper, Nellica's cloves. That's what those little black dots I think are in peppercorn. Paprika, vinegar. I think that's the thing. It's a lot of vinegar. Water, sugar, salt, and different kinds of other spices. Okay, so that'll be interesting. And then we had another one. This reminded me of the one that my ex used to call plane crash. Tomatsild.
Yeah.
Which is...
But both of these and many other similar products are something we especially use for Christmas.
Yeah, it's almost
breakfast
Christmas.
tables, first day of Christmas.
When you don't have Thanksgiving, then it's close to Christmas. They don't have Thanksgiving in Norway because that's when the Americans made peace with the Indians. So Norway just chose not to celebrate that for some reason. There. But what is tomatsild? That's probably easier to
It was
guess.
the stupid things the Indians ever did. Feed the...
Make friends with us?
yeah,
Feed the Americans?
Feed the Americans.
Probably, yeah. No, let's see, what else was there? Oh, then we got Vossakorv, but I got the wrong kind of Vossakorv. Who lives in Voss?
I live in Voss,
Yeah.
and this is Gildes Vossakorv, and that is a copy of the real thing, though. But it's okay.
No, but then we have something to look forward to next time.
Yeah.
So it's this name brand is the wrong name brand. I've been told. Okay, but I do like this one actually. We tried that last year. Then we got stuff from the store. So elgpølser med blåbær, which is mousse sausage with blueberry. Expensive.
Do you know if it's the frozen kind or the one that I import from Peru?
You can tell me. That's bad.
That's another question.
Rødvins cabanossi med chili og jalapeno. I didn't think of that one. So red wine, what's cabanossi? Just a kind of sausage?
That's in Italian word, so I don't think I can...
Yeah.
Any Italians on here? But it's with chili and jalapeno. So I'm probably going to die. I like the red wine, but not the chili and the jalapeno. So we have that. And reinsdyrpølse med karve, which is reindeer sausage with caraway.
What is spekepølse in foreign language?
That's a good question.
How can it's kind
It's
of
not smoked.
It's kind of a chorizo-ish type.
It's
I
dried?
suppose. Dried and salted or whatever.
Yeah. Do we have a word for that? Anybody know? Dried and salted meat? It's not. It's only cooked in the. It's not cooked.
Yeah,
it's actually.
It's produced the same way as like serrano and
Yeah.
except that this is sausage.
I'm not sure. We're gonna see what they say. Cabanos is actually originally from Poland. Kristen's online, by the way. Kristen, you should be here eating this crap with us. What is the cinnamon toast? What the cinnamon toast crap is in that jar? Airplane crash. No. Garcia loves the sour herring.
Yeah.
I haven't tried that one. Kristen's with me. Yuck. Sild, the evil of childhood. I agree. Herring is... So this is going to be the first time I ate some of this herring. I don't know. Kiwi says it looks great. Well, the Norwegians are having a great time over here, except for Kristen, who may or may not be Norwegian anymore after this.
No. And Christine should know better.
She should.
Yeah.
And then there was another one in there. Ashley says sausages look delicious. Okay, so we had to put it on. I wanted to be really stupid Norwegian, so we got the lefsa again. But these ones are made with butter and cinnamon and sugar like you're supposed to do.
Oh.
So there you go. Lefsa. We've had this before, though, I think.
Yeah, but
Last
cinnamon
year.
and sugar it doesn't.
Lucas
with
is
the other
here.
stuff.
No, so they come out looking like paper. And you run them under water and let them sit. And then they look like that. So they run underwater, you stack them, put them plastic over it. I don't know, like 15 minutes later you have nice soft lefsa. But I'm told that you can't do the sild on lefsa, so we got some grain bread, whole grain bread too. Okay, now you have to show your, look what Rune made. Okay, is this the plane crash?
Yeah.
The tomato herring?
And the white yellow stuff is butter, and butter is great.
Real butter.
Yeah.
That's a lot of butter. You know how he took the butter off? With one of these cheese slicer. So it's thick. And then this is which herring is this one?
Sursild.
Sursild. Okay, so you got the tomato herring and then the sour herring. And then you've got these other ones ready for other stuff.
Yeah, if someone wants sill on the eggs.
Yep. I was told you can't do it without egg. Whoop, there we go. There you can see the egg. They turned out good. You were right with the 5 minutes on there, though.
Yeah. The first one that I cracked was a bit softer than the other ones. So that means that the longer they stay inside the shell, they boil a little bit longer inside the shell.
I put them in a pot and I set it to boil, and then I told Karl to watch it, and he said, "You want me to watch the pot boil?"
But he did.
He did. You have a plate. I think we can eat.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, we'll see if we die. And then Karl, do you want to talk about this wonderful thumbnail that I used on YouTube with the kid with a wooden sword? I can turn it a little bit more. Whoop, wrong way. I'm not used to the...
And right across the hall from our store, there is the Viking Diner. And one of the women who work there has this little kid. He is, what, 5 or 6?
5, I think so, yeah.
And he came in there with his wooden sword and shield.
Yeah.
And Karin sent me a message that she was being robbed and she wanted me to come with my weapons.
It was scary. I was...
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's got some smell to it. Jesus. I'm sorry, continue.
So I drew my sword and let the kid attack. He drove my sword around in a circle. And all the time with this, he's not looking like he's having fun. He has this intense look of concentration on his face. And as soon as my sword is out of the way, snap, his sword goes straight for my...
Schmackle? Herring?
lower region.
Yeah.
Netherlands.
His sausage.
Yeah.
You said another 2 centimeters and he would have...
1 centimeter would be more than that.
So his aim was a little off. You didn't defend the store very well then. Actually, you didn't even have your weapon drawn. Okay, all right, we have to eat something here. You guys have to eat too.
I think I'll start with this one.
The sour herring?
Yeah.
Okay. And why do you use so much butter with it? The big chunks of butter?
Yeah, because the butter is a bit cold, so it's hard to get it off with a normal knife.
Okay. Let's see if you guys live. They're surviving. That's Karen's favorite kind of sausage. Well, yeah. Karen's favorite kind of sausage. Your schmeckle.
We miss mayonnaise on this, though.
I just put mayonnaise on top. So mayonnaise and butter. I disagree there. It's actually not bad. I kind of like this.
This is very strange TV.
We're learning a lot of Viking needle. Okay, all right, let's go Viking. How much of this crap would the Vikings have had, do you think?
They could have had a version of this.
Yeah.
And they most probably did.
It's actually good.
Um,
I'm eating herring.
Yeah.
If you know how to make alcohol, you also know how to make vinegar. Because making vinegar is basically trying to make wine but fucking it up. So, and it's a good preservative, so it's not unreasonable that they could have had something like this.
Yeah.
But that is as far as I'm going down that rabbit hole without evidence.
You wouldn't be able to
But
judge.
herring in any kind of way, salted and dry herring, that would be pretty normal, I think.
Yeah. That has onions in it too, by the way. It was good.
And of course eggs.
I have to see what they're saying. Okay. Who thought I was going to die eating the sour herring? Kristen says, I'm on board on everything else on that then herring. I normally would have agreed with her. And yes, I should have been with you guys. You should have. Shame on you. You two. We almost bought a marzipan cake, though, just so you know. We're waiting for it to go on sale. Garcia writes, herring and mackerel is also much appreciated in Holland, especially in the south of the country. Ah, okay.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we have Karen's favorite kind of sausage. Peruda. Said, Lucas says, makes me want to raid my fridge for pickled herring. What? What's the difference between pickled herring and this sour herring? Is it the same?
It's probably no difference. Because when you pickle something, you add...
put it in vinegar, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Suppose the same.
Then we have the right name for it.
Yes, then I'm sneakily checked my phone for the translation of spekemat.
Oh, I have my computer in the other room.
Spekeskinke would be cured ham.
Yeah?
So they don't necessarily have a name for the products, but they have a name for the process. So curing is speking.
Curing is baking.
Yeah.
So maybe cured ham. Yes!
Yes.
It's cured ham.
And then the sugar.
Cured meats.
Yeah.
I just light bulb. I feel so smart now because he remembered and I didn't. Kristen says, I'll tell you this, Karen. There will not be herring on the menu next summer. See, Kristen, she can't eat everything anymore, but she makes a normal meal and then she gives me the rest of it. And so herring's not going to be one of those things.
Yeah.
But actually, I kind of like that. I'm a little worried about the plane crash over here, though.
That's maybe even better.
Really? Okay, we'll try. There was another one in here too. Apparently French toast can be traced back to at least Roman times. I did not know that. French toast, that's the one that where you take the egg, dip the bread in the egg batter, and then, yeah. And Lucas said, aren't sour herring same as surströmming at
No.
as otherwise known as fermented herring? Oh God, no, that's
no.
Swedish. That's the one that you have videos of everybody puking on YouTube.
Yeah.
The way I understand it, this one I haven't tried. I'm pretty omnivore, but there is a limit.
Yeah.
The way I understand it, it's basically canned, but they on purpose mess up the canning process by leaving too much oxygen in the can.
Oof.
So the fermentation process starts and produces a lot of primarily CO2, but also other things. Until the can blows up like a ball, and when the can is round, it's done. And then they eat it.
Oh, we do have that here, actually. I've seen these round cans in the grocery stores here, but maybe that's not it. That's something else, maybe.
I doubt it's it.
Okay.
Because This is only considered food in Sweden. In all other countries, it's considered a chemical weapon.
Yeah.
So if you haven't figured it out, Norway and Sweden are the happy rivalries.
Yeah.
Back home for me in Minnesota, Wisconsin is the rivalry. It's always Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. And you're not allowed to admit that you like each other even when you live only 2 minutes away from the border.
I'm thinking that the rivalry between Norway and Sweden might be a little bit stronger than that.
Probably. Yeah. Okay, why do Norway? There might be Swedish people online though, just so you know. Why do you have why do the Swedes not like the Norwegians? Maybe that's better.
I don't know, because they have no taste.
Okay, and what's Norway's problem with Sweden?
Well, you were comparing it to your relationship with Wisconsin.
Happy rivalry.
So let me ask you this. How many times have Minnesota and Wisconsin been at open war?
Okay, very good. You win.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're only at war when it comes to football.
And Norway was a part of Sweden in time.
So, my Swedish friend says the 17th of May is the day they celebrate when they let the slaves go free.
But I must say Norway has owned more of Sweden than Sweden has owned of Norway.
Really?
Yeah, from the Viking Age. But of course, since Norway was a part of Sweden, that's another...
Yeah, it kind of depends on how you calculate this.
Yeah.
And get Roger talking about this.
Yeah?
Then you'll hear about Jämtland, Härjedalen and Bohuslän.
Yeah.
Okay, now we almost have to hear it.
Originally parts of Norway that now are
What was
Swedish.
those?
One of them, Härjedalen, I think. I think this was just tactics to
Have to eat another one.
stop Sweden from going into the European Union, but they had a vote if they should jump back to Norway.
All right. We're gonna see if we can survive the tomato herring. Okay. They're actually kind of sweet. It's good. I can't believe I'm eating this crap. It's good. It's like sweet. I thought it was gonna be like, you know.
They need a little bit sugar in it though.
There's a lot of sugar in here, I think.
Oh.
Maybe.
It's not bad. I
I'm
think I
surviving.
prefer the other one, but
Oh, there's more comment. We'll have to see. See. Ancient rivalry, says Peruda? Question mark. Lucas says, more Norwegians not liking Swedes and Swedes making fun of Swedes plus millennia of war. Okay. I like these explanations. Nell says, Norway was given to Sweden as a consolation gift after losing Finland to Russia. What do you say about that?
I don't know.
it's a modified truth.
I'm eating this crap.
Because the Danish are dumb.
Yeah.
Denmark, Norway. Norway was in union with Denmark for 400 years. And up on Napoleon's side during the Napoleonic Wars. Because the English preemptively attacked the Norwegian-Danish fleet, or the Danish-Norwegian fleet, in the harbor of Copenhagen to prevent it from falling into Napoleon's hands. So after that, basically with no fleet and no army, we decided, hey, let's go in on the losing side of this war. And the Swedish are on the other side, they are with the English. So when they basically sit down and decide what to do with things after the war, Norway is given to Sweden instead of Denmark.
I have to agree with that. Charlotte says, Karin eating this crap, laugh out loud. It's actually good. I can't believe, I mean, you know how many years I've been saying that's disgusting?
Yeah.
And herring is a Minnesota thing too. We have a lot of it, but it's because we're all related and we all have roots from there. Lucas says, no, more complex than that. Let's not summarize Napoleon Wars in chat. You can do whatever you want in the chat. If you don't like it, Pruda will smack you. She's got the moderator thing. What else did I miss here? Lucas says, fermented herring is Eastern Swedish thing. I am Western Swede. We do pickled. Not fermented, so don't worry. Okay.
Good.
So we got a Swede in here, by the way.
Yeah,
But I remember Lucas. Yeah, I remember Lucas. He's been here before, I believe, at the markets. And then Connie's here, by the way. Aren't sour herring? Oh no, we did that one. Okay, no, we're caught up now. And then Pruda put a link on the Napoleon thing.
Oh.
What should we eat next? What do we have to do with the egg thing?
We can put some of this on.
Yeah.
I have an...
I put a knife
I'm
here.
kind of interested in this because
If you need it.
it's supposed to be watered.
Yeah, it says utvannes i 5 minuter. You have to put it in
Yeah.
water for 5 minutes or after desire.
Yeah.
We didn't do it at all, so
Yeah, no,
We're
we
going
had
hardcore
We
here.
had no desire to water it.
No.
no. We don't like our... Okay, you gotta see what that looks like. I don't know if you can see it there, what he's doing. It looks like a tongue. I gotta say, though, I think the reason I'm doing better with herring, though, than I thought is because I actually like fish.
Yeah, no, I think herring for most people's were poor people food. Because it has a lot of nutrients and it's dirt cheap.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Notice the cutting board has a fish head on it. Just saying.
Now you can put pieces of this on top of the eggs.
Okay.
I
Let's
suppose.
see if we survive. I can't believe I'm eating some. My mom's gonna die.
What has she been trying to get you to eat your fish?
Nah, it's is that for me? Or is that for you?
That's
Too bad I
for
put
me.
my plate
Sorry.
down. No, it's okay.
You have to do it yourself.
Oh, gentleman-like person there. Here, take yours. Okay, how much do we put on here? We got a lot of that stuff anyway. You gotta help me eat this.
It's up to you.
No, but I like the. Okay, I'll put 3 on there. I'm feeling bold. It looks like leeches. Gonna flip up the screen here a bit. There we go. No, you guys are getting me to eat stuff that I would normally not buy in the store because I don't like wasting food. And actually, I got a little on my finger. It tasted kind of. It tastes like Christmas. Not my favorite, but no, it's not bad actually.
My father loves to fish, but he really don't like to eat fish. He generally eats whatever is put on the table in front of him because of the war. He ate fish for 5 years, so he thinks that he has basically eaten his quota of fish, and he is now supposed to eat meat for the rest of his life. And the fishing thing, the way he does it is that he fishes small fish with nets and with rods, and then he uses them as bait to fish bigger fish. So he has a lot of work for every piece of fish that ever ends up on the table, so to speak.
This tastes. I can really taste the cloves. I think the cloves, the nelliker. That's why it tastes so Christmassy. I think.
Yeah.
Do you do herring as a Christmas thing, or what do you do for Christmas normally?
Yeah.
I mean, other than the traditional.
And we have something
Ribbe.
something else, anchovies or...
Oh, anchovies. I've always said I don't like those, but you know what? I don't think I've actually ever tried them. Okay.
That's also a Christmas tradition.
Yeah? What do you think? You kind of look disgusted when you hear the word anchovies, but you eat everything?
I ate everything. This was fantastically good, and I can't see how it would get any better by watering it out.
No.
No, I wouldn't water it out. I think the egg was what threw me off in the beginning. Because it tasted different than that, but it's just the egg that's different.
Imagine mayonnaise on top of this.
I don't know about the mayonnaise. I'm gonna be... Maybe. I like the huge slab of butter on there, though. That really makes it good. Okay, so, anchovies as Christmas, but would you spice it the same with the nutmeg and cloves? You gotta eat more. There's more stuff here. You have to try it all.
Yeah.
Aren't you glad you came to work today?
Yeah.
You did Hago. How did you like that?
Hago was okay. Yeah, I suppose.
Rune started doing tours on Hago.
How
Yeah.
many visitors, how many people was watching? 200 and something.
210, I
Yeah.
think. It's on my phone. I can't see it, but
That was good.
you gotta tell them what your tour is because you don't do the same tour.
My tour is from the outside of the village, from the scenery and landscape.
So you can see what it looks like on the other side of the fence where the fjord is.
Yeah.
What are some of the good questions you got today?
Why do we have grass on our roofs?
We never get that question.
How deep is the fjord?
Huh?
And do people like mountain climbing?
Oh, mountain climbing, yeah.
Yeah, but more than mountain climbing, they like to jump off the mountains.
Yeah, the base jumpers.
Yeah, yeah.
They look like flying squirrels. They can get pretty far out before their chute even opens.
Yeah.
And that's a thing I could ask the chat about, because until I started working here, I thought the idea of using peat roofs, grass on the roof type of thing, was pretty common. So I kind of expected everybody who lived in cold climates to do that.
Yeah.
But apparently the Russians have never heard about it. The Canadians thinks it's insane. So I'm wondering, except for Norway, who else does this?
Yeah.
Iceland for sure, and I think Sweden.
US does base jumping.
No, not base jumping, grass on the roof.
Oh, grass on the roof. Sorry, I'm still in base jumping. You can
Pretty
see
sure
some.
the Danish don't.
You can see some cabins in northern Minnesota that have it, but it's
Danish have
mostly,
something else on their roofs, straws, or what's...
Oh yeah, thatch
Thatch
roofs. Yeah, like England.
Yeah.
What about Austria? Do they have grass on roofs too, or sod roofs?
Only in...
I thought I saw it in The Sound of Music, which most Austrians will say they've never watched.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Let's see. Who has grass? Do they have them on the Holland? And, okay, whoops, I gotta take that message down. Oh yeah, Prudy wants to know if there's eggs from our chicken. Normally, yes, but why are we not using eggs from our chicken?
Because it's dark and it's cold.
They're not laying them anymore?
No. And we don't have artificial light inside the chicken house normally.
Oh, yeah, because I noticed there's a lot less anyway, but...
The laying egg has to be to do with the light outside.
I didn't know that.
Um,
I thought maybe they were just planting them all over the village and we can't find them anymore.
I have 3 separate theories.
Okay.
1, the chickens are putting down fewer eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2, the chickens have found cunning places outside of the chicken house to lay their eggs.
Yeah.
Like Roger's bed.
Yeah.
Yeah. And 3, somebody else has discovered that eggs taste good.
We did have a Freeman in the village last week and I told her to take any of them that she wanted, but...
Yeah, the second theory, they have put eggs somewhere else. That's a good theory.
How many eggs has Roger found on his bed now?
I don't know.
and I hear that they have a love nest in your house.
Yeah. And I still don't get that. Usually you see one rooster take one chicken into his house and then they have some privacy.
Yeah.
They make eggs.
But I also a lot of times seen 2 roosters go into his house.
Yeah.
What's going on in that love nest of yours? Maybe we should not have it called
there
Charlie
is-
Hitzvagen.
Yeah.
Lover's Lane.
There is one rooster which is the boss rooster, and if he see another rooster follows a hen inside the house, he wants to go and check what they are doing. Maybe.
So maybe it's a threesome?
No, maybe he's just want to chase him away, or...
It could be a polyamorous chicken.
Yeah, I think most of the chickens are polyamorous.
Yeah, I think they are actually. They share.
Yeah.
Oh, so that was that's the question of the eggs there though. Garcia said it's on top of some of the Dutch houses, the grass roofs. That's true. I saw that actually when driving through. Lucas says Swedes do grass on the roof. Common towards the Norwegian side of things, and less as you go further south. So probably not a Skåne thing. That would remember.
It's kind of a Jämtland and Härjedalen thing, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Or maybe Dalarna in Sweden too.
Oh, Dalarna.
It's the more rural parts of Sweden.
I like the Dalarna.
Colder parts.
The Dalarna horses.
Yeah.
What are we eating next?
I don't know.
We have to have. We'll stick with the fish. Okay, mackerel. That ought to be really good with the sweet sild. Okay. Should we eat this on the left side then? I'll slide that over.
Yeah.
Slap the mackerel on.
Well, doing that is what I would call being demonstratively Norwegian.
Okay, that one's more fishy, but I actually like that one. That has a really smoky
But
taste to
also,
it.
I don't know if the smoked and spiced mackerel, if that is a typical Norwegian thing. It might be something that everybody does.
Skin is off.
You can make something with that.
Yeah.
Shoes.
Yeah.
And then you can cut it off up in
Should I move
pieces.
But do you just have it plain, or do you put it with other stuff normally? We're
I
using-
normally put
Yeah.
this stuff on bread as the same as this stuff.
If you want to run all the way to the kitchen and get the bread, otherwise we got lefsa.
And also mayonnaise.
And mayonnaise! Oh yeah, mayonnaise is actually good on that. Why didn't I think of that part?
But this I just eat like it is.
It's very oily.
Yeah.
Notice we have a really big paper towel roll.
This is supposedly the healthy type of fat.
Yeah, it said it's loaded of omega on there. It wrote filet med høyt innhold av omega. The filet has a very high, contains a lot of omega.
Omega-3.
Omega 3, not just any omega. All right, I'm having
And
some just
Norway
like that.
has
To be
a
specific about this.
It's good to be specific about that.
Norway has a very, very long coastline, so fish is a big thing in Norwegian.
So we know your dad fishes. What about you? Do you have a lot of fishing in your
He
family?
like to fish, yes.
And do you fish now?
Yeah. Not
He used to
the-
fish, but then he parked his boat on land.
Yeah.
And it didn't work so well.
I haven't fished a lot the last 6-7 years, but I'll just start back again. In both freshwater and saltwater.
What do you prefer? I'm asking the difficult questions.
Yeah, no, it's up to... Depends what I want.
I come from freshwater. So I went fishing with Karl last year. And then we brought Andreas with us, and Andreas had all the high tech. He had the GPS and tracker and everything. And my kids were there. Anders, I mean not Andreas. Anders Hovland, not the
Oh, yeah.
blacksmith, the other one. And he didn't catch anything.
No.
And I didn't catch anything. You didn't catch anything. But my kids caught this little fish they called Gerald. And then then we, I think we took pictures of it a little too long because it wasn't wiggling anymore. So we threw it in the water and it just floated. And then a seagull came and ate it. And my kids were,
Oh, okay.
oh, you killed Gerald. But I think the seagull even got a name too. But I can't remember.
No, it was a whole mythology around it. And I'm not entirely sure, because the reason he wasn't sinking was because his swimming bladder was fucked.
Yeah.
And there was he was alive,
It wasn't quite dead
but
yet.
he couldn't really get
Down.
back under because he had too much buoyancy.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if the seagull got him, because the seagulls were fighting over something, but I couldn't see that.
Yeah, there was a seal out there too, I think.
If the fish is half dead and you're putting it back inside the water, you have to take it back and forth a bit.
Wiggle it around?
Yeah, back and forth, so the gills can be filled with water.
I didn't know that. We could have saved Gerald.
Maybe. It doesn't always help though, but
Lefsa.
that's what helps them to breathe, to get water through the gills. And when we just laying still, it doesn't get water through the gills. So you have to take it back and forth a little bit. Then they...
Then you get it through the system.
I once gave a fish to an eagle,
Oh,
indirectly.
So nice of you. Was it
yeah,
Gerald?
You're kind.
It was a similar type of fish. It's the red ones. They have a tendency to go as soon as they go out of the water.
Yeah.
And I threw it back in the water, and it kind of swims in circles. Then a seagull comes and picks it up. Then a bigger seagull, the type we call svartbak.
Yeah.
That's the big ones that you usually just see in the open ocean. Comes and scares that seagull, so he drops it, so it falls on the water. And then sea eagle notices this and basically swoops in, just takes the fish and flies away.
Cool.
So very indirectly, I fed an eagle.
Yeah. Did he say thank you?
Did he?
Yep.
And what would that sound like if he did?
Don't think eagles
He
are
knows what that
particularly noisy.
No, I'm just kind of wondering, what would that sound like? If we can catch that. You caught something else, though. Well, you did actually catch some mackerel. Or no, we didn't catch mackerel. What did we catch? You caught, actually, at another time anyway. You probably show up with 2 fish, and I made you... CEO friendly.
Small cods, I think that was.
Small cods, yeah. And then Georg caught a whole bunch of mackerel.
Yeah.
You found a school, I think, or something that was near the dock.
No, but if you are when the mackerel comes, it's mackerel everywhere. It's basically a matter of stopping before your freezer is full when you are fishing.
Which is pretty much what happened. You got mackerel, I got mackerel, Georg got mackerel.
Yeah.
We all got mackerel. And then,
the mackerel swims in packs, or what's called
schools. A school of fish, yeah.
So what you keep trying to do is to get your fishing equipment through the school of mackerel and underneath it, because there are the big fish that are hunting the mackerel. But usually, as soon as you put something in the water, you have a mackerel on every hook.
Yeah. And you caught my favorite, the biggest starfish I ever saw. I wanted to dry it and mount it on a house, but unfortunately threw it back. I thought it would be kind of fun to have this big dried out starfish. I mean, the thing was, it was huge. It was like twice as big as my head. I mean, all right, which meat do you want to go for here? We got the reindeer with caraway, and the mousse with blueberry, and the red wine cabanossi with chili and jalapeno.
I like mousse.
Here's your mousse. Blueberry mousse. It's very oily, I noticed. I probably didn't cut
mix
this
it
one.
with the fish oil.
That should be really good with the fish oil. That was actually good. I put it in the lefsa. It was actually better without the lefsa.
This is going to be kind of interesting, because I've eaten these sausages before, but
They're
only
so
when
good.
I've been locked in the shop and been really hungry.
We sell them in our shop, that's why. These ones.
So I think they're super good, but I need to point out that I've only eaten them when I was so desperately hungry that I buy them, because it's the only food I can get to without leaving my post.
Yeah.
But this was soft though.
It is soft. By the way, these things last forever. They never go out of date, do they?
No.
No, those are good with egg, scrambled eggs too. Kristen usually feeds me those. Let's see, there was a couple more comments here if I can get back to it. Garcia says, mackerel also eaten in Holland. We are a fish country. Oh, I bet. There are rivers everywhere. Yeah. And then Peruta is laughing. Okay, I'm having reindeer because Rudolph is good. I was thinking, though, one of these days, we're going to have reindeer skalv.
Oh.
But what would you do with it? It's basically, you just slice off pieces of reindeer, so they're kind of like, I don't know, big potato chips or something?
Potatoes, just ordinary potatoes, or...
Yeah, because you heat that. You have to do that. Oh, yummy.
And creamy sausage. No, sausage gravy.
Yeah.
With a lot of cream.
There's Tennessee cream gravy, which is made with some ground meat or something. I don't know if that's actually what it is or just a recipe that I used called Tennessee cream gravy, but it reminded me of that if you swapped out the meat.
Yeah. Or
was made
something
with a lot
called
of cream.
with sauce or game.
Game sauce.
Yeah, sauce, yeah.
I have no idea what we'd call that in Norwegian or in English. Mashed potatoes to reindeer skalvs, Kristen. Okay, you're coming
that's
that day
good.
because you're making it.
That's good.
You've seen my cooking. I use the smoke alarm as a timer. Carl's not impressed. It's a bit like, is that a bit like black sausage? It is pretty dark. This is the, you can see there's a little bit of pink in the middle, but this is the reindeer one.
I thought black sausage was blood sausage.
Yeah, I think black sausage is blood sausage, and I haven't seen that in Norway. You have blue pulsed. Yeah, I do have blue pulsed. I have to cut this in half. It's huge. I had to cut the sausage in half because it was huge, and I just went to innuendo country. So, sorry. That'll make Pruda happy though. I'm Charlotte. Okay, so what kind of fish do you get in Norway?
We have normally in the freshwater I fish trout. If you are rich, you can fish salmon.
And these are all ocean or?
Freshwater.
Oh, freshwater, sorry. Yeah, you said.
Rivers and lakes.
Well, the salmon is both, but to fish it in a river, you need to have a fishing card.
Yeah, I saw there's signs all up along the river here that says fishing license required. And then out here it says no fishing. Why? Where the river meets the fjord. Why is it not?
Because the salmon, when it comes up the river, it stops there for a while to basically get used to completely fresh water. So it just swims in circles. And fishing it there would basically be too easy. Considering how the salmon acts at that point, I think I could pick them up with my hands if I was just wading out there.
Yeah, and
really?
I think that the fishing in the sea is free, and to prevent people to accidentally catch salmon, they have a no fishing sign.
Oh, okay. I didn't know it was free to fish in that. Well, of course, I suppose.
Yeah.
The ocean. We have to have fishing license in Minnesota anyway, but it's all lakes. We're like 13,000 lakes.
Yeah, Norway is kind of special when it comes to basically how land works. There is a little bit, but there is not much Agers publica or publicly owned land in Norway. Everything is privately owned, but unless it is being actively used, you have what's called allemannsretten. Basically, everybody have a right to travel and use land. But that does not extend to the resources of the land. So hunting and fishing, that's for the landowners.
I'm having more of that.
And depending on how much land they own, they get this. Say, for instance, if you have a farm that is this big, you can kill 3 red deer a year.
Can I put it underneath?
It's usually specified that you can kill 1 female and 2 male red deers a year. And then it's up to the farmer if he wants to keep these quotas for himself or if he wants to sell them. And the fishing card thing for the river is kind of the same thing. Every farm that borders on the river is a member of an association called Elveeigarlaget, River Owner Association.
Yeah.
And basically it's their river. So if somebody wants to fish their salmon or try to fish their salmon, they have to buy a license to do that. Which is expensive to the point of you are absolutely not saving any money here compared to buying salmon in the store.
Yeah. By the way, I officially really like sursild. What the hell?
Yeah.
I never thought I would like sour herring.
And there's
It's so good.
many other variations of this.
I saw there was a Ruma one, which is like sour cream.
And there's some mustard sill.
This can be a fun month.
Yeah, and spicy silt and wine silt. It's so many different variations.
Yeah, as I said, if there is
I like
anything
herring.
you can do to a herring, then some Norwegian person has already done it.
Yeah.
All right. What's your tradition with? We already did talk about that. The tradition with the herring. Was it just because it was poor man's food and it was easy to make and kept forever?
Yeah, and it's a really fat fish, so it's easy to preserve.
Yeah.
Most of the things you do with herring and mackerel, you can't do with cod or white fish like that.
This one says, okay, keep it in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
The last day on the package, it says the 24th of March 2022 when we bought it today. But also it says after opening the product, the holdbarheten som ferskvare. It says it means that the longevity of it is just like a fresh food. But
Yeah.
how long do you keep this once it's open? Do you think? Because it doesn't actually give you a timeline until it smells bad, because you know it's fish.
Generally speaking, it's like iced coffee. I don't really care, because as soon as I have it, I'll kill it.
That's true. Karl, you had a new revelation about your iced coffee addiction. That are you drinking it because you're addicted to it, or?
No, I just need to own it.
He's got no less than 40 of them in the refrigerator at home. Another 12 on your desk.
I'm sitting here working with product development, and then I go, oh, I need iced coffee. Then I run to the store and buy a bag of iced coffee, put it down in front of me, and continue working until closing time without drinking a single one.
Yeah.
So I can stop my addiction just by buying it.
Yeah.
So I was gonna make fun of him for that, saying that no, I don't have it. I just need to own it. And then I realized I do the same thing with yarn.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna use it or not. I just need to own it.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't had that one before. I need it. I've been able to limit. Now I don't buy anything that's acrylic really or cotton. It's got to be a wool. But
Yeah. Oh.
so I've gotten a little bit, but unfortunately there's a lot of wool yarn out there.
Yeah. It is.
So I just need to own it all. Is anybody with me on this one? Runa, what is your addiction? What is it something that you don't actually need, you don't really want it, you just want to own it?
I don't know. I don't think I have.
That's a good question. You think I read?
I like to have books. I have plenty of books that I haven't read yet.
Yeah?
When I see a book I'm interested in, I kind of buy it and then I forget about it. But
It's a really nice title and it looks good on the shelf.
yeah, and it's in my house.
So does my yarn. It has a nice title on it. It looks good on my shelf. But what kind of books do you get? I'm really pushing the questions.
Historical novels, mostly.
Yeah? Do you stick with Viking history or do you broaden the...
It goes all the way back to the old Egyptian periods. And, yeah,
That's a different one.
up to past the Viking Age too.
And you, anything Roman?
Yes. Well, I kind of have 2 points of focus.
Yeah.
If something happened between 793 and 1066, I probably have a good idea about it.
Kind of.
And also if something happened between, well, let's say, 100 BC and 50 AD, I probably also have a very good idea about it.
Yeah.
I think some parts and times in history is more interesting than others. Like in the Middle East, before Christ, it's very interesting because it was so many different cultures and European culture after European history after around and after the Roman age.
What about modern? Oh, not modern war, but you know what I mean. World War I, World War II.
Yeah, sometimes World War II, yes, but we get so much information from that anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
And
so the more diffuse the history is, the more interesting it will get.
Yeah.
I'm generally interested in military history, but it's mostly from before 1600 and after World War I.
Yeah.
Because gunpowder, the way gunpowder was used in the
there's a story here. You got time.
No, there isn't
okay.
a story here. It's like 400 years of stories.
Okay, you might have to limit it a little.
You keep thinking, why are they doing it like this?
Right down the front. Yeah.
What's the reasoning behind it?
Karin.
Did I drop it on the floor? It's up here? It was in my... Okay, sorry, continue. What was the reason? Well, you'll find it at some point when I go to bed. If you can store food in your beard, I can store it in my cowl. It was sitting here. Sorry, you were saying before I nastily interrupt you with my mackerel.
No, the idea of line combat and the... in one of the many wars between England and France, I think this basically sums it up perfectly, why I think this way of fighting is stupid. It's an English officer who notices that he has a lot more people, bigger army, than the French general. So he nicely rides over to him and goes, yeah, no, we seem to have you at an advantage. So tell you what, you can have the first volley. And then he rides back to his own people and says, okay, the French are going to shoot first. Then the French shoot a volley into his man. And then he says, okay, order the lines, line up, and fire. If I was an English soldier under a general like this, I would most certainly not be pointing at the French when I fired after that. After that. they really don't seem to care, and it doesn't seem to matter if you are smart or dumb. You have some exceptional stories, but like you could say that both Napoleon and Wellington are basically exceptions to this rule. But this is a rule that seems to work all the time for everybody.
Yeah.
The idea of lining up and in tight lines of soldiers and aiming and shooting for each other.
I know, it seems so
And
ridiculous.
not even...
And that was protocol?
Well, there are reasons for it, and I can explain the reasons.
You have 5 minutes to explain it.
And
would the Vikings have done it? Because, you know, Viking.
The Vikings... Well, the Vikings are not the best example, really.
Yeah.
But if you take the Battle of Waterloo,
Yeah?
and you ignore two pretty important factors that you can't really ignore. And one is that the sight and sound of gunpowder will freak people, gunpowder weapons will freak people the hell out. And the other being that they have no idea what this is. If you had Genghis Khan's army coming in from the left at the Battle of Waterloo, he would completely have annihilated both Napoleon and Wellington.
It all kind of comes back to Napoleon, doesn't it?
If it boils down to just a matter of killing, not breaking the lines, not getting people to chicken out and run, he would be much, much, much more efficient than the other two people on this battlefield.
Yeah.
But obviously that's not it, because getting people to chicken out and run is in many ways better than killing them.
Okay, I'm going to catch up with chapter.
The Vikings was, when they was preparing for battle, the English too, they lined up towards each other and...
Did they? Yeah.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah,
think
so,
a shield wall is.
yeah, of course. You keep thinking like the north and the south, and they're all standing in a line and just like shooting off dominoes.
There is a story about the Battle of Hjørungavåg. It was so long and hard battle, so they decided to take a break during the battle. Yeah, and that's...
We're just gonna have a siesta. Everyone, just put your weapons down. I like that.
Yeah, no, it happens. And back in those days, the battle was generally over in the
Oh my
day.
god.
Yeah.
In an extreme case, it takes the day and the night.
And now we have wars that go on for 1,000 years.
No, I can see how that would be possible. Use your brain a little bit more, man.
Oh, I'm making you look smart.
But you could have, if you think in terms of a battle, that you have people here trying to kill people here, you have like 4 years on the Somme with basically the same people trying to kill each other for 4 years. You have, I don't know how many months the Siege of Stalingrad during the Second World War was, but it's really long.
Yeah.
The thing is, psychologically, no matter how horrible something is, if you can talk about it and relax afterwards, the psychological effect is somewhat mediated. But if you can't do that, if somebody is trying to kill you morning, day, evening, night, all the time for years, you're going to be a little bit loony at the end of it.
No, I would think so.
Things like the Christmas piece at, in the Flanders, I don't exactly remember. It might have been a big chunk of the line in the First World War.
Yeah.
Because the First World War also is extremely confusing, and nobody really has a good idea of what they are fighting for. So yeah, now we are fighting the Germans because they're German, and the Germans are fighting the English and the French because they're English and French. It's more complicated than that, but there isn't really a strong moral impediment for anybody. So they are fighting because they have orders about it, and they probably dislike their own officers more than they dislike the enemy. So when the enemy comes, hey, you want to sing some Christmas songs and play football? I go, yeah, no, that sounds fine.
Yeah.
Manchester United. No, I'm just going under the football thing. I'm going to catch up and see what there's written in here because we're almost done. There's quite a bit, actually. Oh my gosh, I gotta go back even more. There's a lot in here. Spekemat is good, great with tea. Oh, I never tried that with tea, actually. That's probably a good idea. Kristen says she makes a mean Rein's skull. So yes, she can make it when she comes up. Good, good. You have to get here before the 12th of December, then we go on vacation. I have to send from home. Garcia writes, oh, bloodwurst. They're talking about the blood sausages. It's called bloedworst in Dutch, if I'm not killing the name. Doro's here, by the way. Doro and Karsten, so you have to say hi to them too. I saw her coming in. Oh, Heidi, your Heidi's here.
Oh, hi.
Sugar and syrup.
Yeah.
And enormous amounts of both.
I'll take the syrup and the sugar. Heidi says, in the sea, my dad just used to, I used to fish a really ugly one.
Oh.
But it tasted really nice. Don't know the English name, but havkat or steinbeef in Norwegian again.
Yeah.
What is, oh, steinbeef, I know that one. It's
Steinbit.
that's the one with the big underlip.
It doesn't translate to rock biter, but it has the jaws it has
Steinbit.
because
Oh,
it
steinbeef.
generally
Sorry,
eats shell and crabs and other hard things that it chews. And keep your fingers out of that thing's mouth.
Because it will bite your rocks.
I've seen it. You know the type of hook that has 3 hooks that goes in like this?
Yeah.
I've seen one of them flatten one.
Really?
Yeah. Their jaws are something else.
Oh, wow. I have to figure out what that's called in English, though. I have to look it up. But I can't remember, but I know we have... Maybe we do call it a rock biter, actually.
No, I don't think so. That's a direct translation of...
Plants, not planto. Oops, sorry. I go to Biltema just for the sake of it, says Charlotte. And yes, books about death and black plants is what it's supposed to be. And I don't have green fingers, no. I like books about black death, though. The plague.
Apparently it's called Atlantic wolffish.
Atlantic wolffish?
Okay.
Huh. And then there was the other one she mentioned.
Havkat.
Havkat, what's that one? It means like ocean cat? Is that a catfish?
It might be another name for this one.
Oh, yeah, no, we got to show you what that looks like. Which is unfortunately very dark on his screen. Yummy! Put your finger in that mouth, huh?
Let me see.
Yeah. It's so dark.
It disappeared. That's okay.
Oh, here, Carl can play with it because I'll read more. There's a little bit more to catch up on and then we're going to get going.
Yeah.
Ah, there it was. Kristen Rigg says, Havkat is catfish and steinbeet are wolffish. Good that we probably could have just read that instead of looking it up. Kristen's so smart. That was Heidi Marie, by the way. Your other half.
Hi.
Let's see. Pruda says, oh gosh, I have to put this a little closer to
They're
my
really
face.
good, but dickish.
Roll-ups.
to prepare.
Roll-ups.
Yeah.
Because you kind of have to skin them instead of gutting them like a normal fish.
Yeah.
Okay, so Lyra's thing, Ashley says that linen and fabric is the thing she has to buy that she doesn't actually have to use. She just needs to have it. Kristen says she's down to 20 kilos of wool. I wish I was down to 20 kilos of wool. Pruda says, I feel that way about pretty shirts. I have to have so many more than I can wear. So everybody's got a little something, yeah. And for Dora's books as well. For sure. Then we talked about the Beal Tame of the Plant thing. Pruda said, and she collected printed copies of textbooks. Oh yeah, she found a good one for you. The word you're looking for, by the way, was route, pronounced route. See what I did there? And when you break the line and people run. Ah, that was
right.
yeah. Oh, crap, she says I missed it. It's been, oh no, Arlene said, I've been rearranging my craft room. That's a good excuse. You can be late if you're rearranging your craft room. That's kind of a stash busting thing. Well, we ate weird crap. You have to go back and see anyway. Pruda said the Battle of Stalingrad, 23rd of August, 1942 to the 2nd of February, 1943. And then Nell said the Siege of Leningrad was 41 to 44, and she's got the exact dates in there. Monkfish, says Garcia. That actually sounds more right than wolfish, monkfish. I think.
Yeah.
But there are different kind of steinbit too.
Yeah, and also the names for the same fish varies from
Rolled up
inlet
pickled fish.
to inlet along the Norwegian coast.
Yeah.
So I would expect them to vary.
Okay, so for Arlene who missed out, this is what we ate. Weird fish stuff. And Peppermakrell, but you could ride back and see it. But we are way over 60 minutes now. We had some meat in there too. It wasn't just fish. And I kissed a sild and I liked it. A herring. I kissed a herring and I liked it.
Yeah.
I was trying to think that I wanted to try this, but I didn't want to be stuck with all the leftovers. But I'm not so sure, Rune.
I can take at least one of them. Yeah.
Which one do you want to take? Which one do you like more? This one, and then we'll have this one. Okay, we have a deal. What are we gonna have next week? We have to do. We can do this for a couple more weeks.
This food isn't really that weird. It's just
I just-
Karen's way of bribing us to show up for YouTube.
Yeah.
It works. We don't get paid to do this. But no. I have to think about what should we should do food for the next couple of weeks anyway, because before Christmas we will
Really
do
going
something
weird.
different. Well, we got it. Well, we did the food thing. It's been about a year since we
Yeah,
did food
yeah.
last, so what kind of weird Norwegian food?
Sheephead and rakfisk.
Yeah, okay. So
Nah,
there's
I
a
don't-
thing of rockfisk I want to do, but we'll wait until that goes on
Yeah.
sale because it's really expensive and it's really rotten, but it's really good. There's the lamb's head thing. Smalahova, which is basically a lamb's head. It's boiled and you split it right down them.
Yeah, and it's.
If you think you can
skinned,
handle looking at
very
that, we
soft
could bring it
skin,
and tell
but
you to look
it's,
away.
Smoked and salted and smoked, especially here in the western parts of
Yeah.
Norway.
Should we? Do you think you guys can handle the no eyeballs? Arlene says, can we do it without eyeballs?
I can eat eyeballs first. That
Yeah.
might be a...
Norwegians are
compromise.
strange.
Yeah.
Really? I don't think I want. I'm sorry. There's a limit. I'm not gonna put the eyeball in my mouth.
You don't eat the black in the eyeballs.
You don't eat the pearl in the middle of that.
No.
Why would you eat any of the eyeball?
Because it's on my plate. And I'm a polite person.
Okay, if you think you can handle it, we could do that, and we'll tell you to look away when
But
it's.
we just poke his eye first so he
Yeah?
doesn't see you.
It's gonna. I can't have my food looking back at me if I eat it.
Wait.
So you will happily eat
I'm not eating an eyeball, okay?
But you will happily eat the lips and the tongue.
Well, yeah. It's all lips and assholes. Okay. We should go. We're way over 60 minutes anyway. But okay, but maybe we'll try Smalahova next week, which is the sheep's head. But we'll limit the... I'll give you a warning when you're looking at it. Arlene says, Karl can be the man of honor and have the eyes. Yes, you can both have the eyes. Are you here next Saturday?
Maybe,
we have to go on
maybe,
Saturday.
I don't know.
If we have Smalahova, are you here on
Maybe-
Saturday?
maybe.
You gotta eat that. There's two eyes.
Yeah.
You
No,
can
but
maybe even get Roger to show up for that.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. We have never had Rogar on here before. That was good. Okay, well, they are... Yep, nope, they all want to see the Smalahova. Okay, we'll do that. But just for anybody who's weak, we'll just say, look away. We'll show you what it looks like. And then now you can look back again.
I don't think people are that...
I don't, it's,
No.
I've seen people react on Facebook posts about Smalahova, and they show like all these sheep's heads sitting next to a thing smoking, and yeah. We're really over time. I'm leaving you, eyeballs and all. See you guys next
Bye-bye.
Saturday.
Bye.
Bye. And then I push here, and it goes away, because I don't